Welcome to Ophiuchus Tarot. We are back again with another channel message for the collective. We are just going to jump right in and get started. All right, collective, let's see what Spirit has in store for you all today. Okay. Wow. Ophiuchus the Wild. Okay, before we speak on it. Wow. Okay. Now, with Ophiuchus the Wild, he goes from 0 to 90 like that. So, I feel like there's going to be very swift movement forward into your brighter day. Iris of the Rainbows is all about the sunshine after the storm and the promise that the storm is over. So it's creating the new life from that moment of breakdown and into the future. Now, with Mike the Mimeancer, it's all about the details and crossing T's and dotting I's. So I want to say this could be, okay, so it could be the breakdown of old relationships. It could be old contracts that are null and void at this point. It could be soul contracts, so you're getting ready to start stepping forward into the next chapter, right? Could be for some. For others, I feel like you may be, I heard signing a contract, so maybe starting something new or buying something new. It could be something big as well. I feel like could be a new home for a lot of you, signing the paperwork or a new apartment, right? It's I see somebody scrolling their name on something. So it's like you're signing for it. You've read the details and you're signing up for it, whatever it is. Or the next part of your soul contract is coming into effect. You've already completed. I see the end of a completion, a circle that closes, right? So you've ended a cycle and you're stepping into the next phase. And I do want to say it's destiny. It's something you've signed up for. Any way you flip it, that's what it is. So let's see what Spirit has in store for the rest of this. Yeah, you're coming out of, I feel like if I'm talking to you, you're coming from a situation that was very heartbreaking, very gut-wrenching, very sad. You may have cried buckets of tears over where you were or what you were going through, but I feel like, and maybe it's even sad to see that chapter come to a close, even if it was hard, right? You could still mourn the past, even if it wasn't perfect, right? So I do kind of see that here. Yeah, but we're journeying in a new direction. We've got little to nothing with us. If you look at this journeyman, he doesn't have anything on. It's just him and his little bubble of water there. That's all he's got is just one little thing, right? So one little thing to sustain him, and he's making his way in a new direction. He's not quite sure where it's going to take him, but he's hopeful that it's going to take him to where he needs to be. So I do kind of feel like that might be it as well. Speaking of practice truth, and I heard I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. So that might be something, and it's like I'm saying it until it becomes a reality. Is kind of, I hear I was a victim, but I don't live there anymore. So it's like just like my past is what I hear. I don't live there anymore. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on this is the way I have to heal, and this is how strong I have to be as I heal, because I want the new beginning, because I want my life. I want something beautiful for myself, right? So there's a lot of emphasis on moving forward and being strong, and saying I'm fine until it becomes a reality. It's like you may be saying it and you're not there yet, but you're going to be, right? And every step forward brings you closer to where you need to be, right? Even if it's a baby step, it's taking you into the future, right? Yeah. The Alchemist, you turn past pain into gold, into blessings, into new beginnings. I feel like that's the way you're working it. And I feel like Spirit's on deck with you as you do that, as you transform that pain into power, that sadness, that grief into sunshine, right? You can do it. And I feel like I hear it's a testament to who you actually are. I feel like you don't realize how strong you are sometimes. This or the situations of the past didn't create the strength within you. It just sort of made you aware of what was already there, ready and waiting for you. It was already a part of you, that strength. And I feel like you can call upon it anytime. It's always been there and it'll always be there for you, right? Yeah, you're going to become the master maker if you're not there yet. Now, I don't know where you are on this timeline. I could be speaking about your past right now. For some, that's the way it's going to be. This is where you came from. You came from tears. You had to take very little with you and start all over again and, you know, tell yourself you're fine until you were. And now you're that boss. You're that emperor, empress in your own life. You're in divine alignment. You're the master maker. You create it. If you want it, you can have it, right? So if you're not there yet, yeah, you're stepping into it. This is fantastic. You go from a place of, I was weak and I had to stand on my own two wobbly legs, right? And then you step into your power. This is someone who's tuned in, tapped in, turned up. This is someone who makes those decisions for themselves, you know, can make those hard decisions, and it leads them into the future, right? With power and dignity, right? Yeah, and you're following your soul's inner compass. This energy is fantastic. I'm so happy for you. I feel like if you're not there yet, this is where you're going. There's so much hope in the future. It's like your baby steps are taking you exactly where you need to be. You're right about that. So if you're still in a position where you're not here yet, just know you're going to be there. One foot in front of the other, one day at a time, right? Or 1 minute at a time. Heck, going through a whole day, right? At the end of the day, you could say, oh, I did it, I made it, right? Accomplishment right under your belt. The next day, the next day, the next day. I know how that is when you are just crawling out from under a really heavy situation. You know, even getting through a whole day can be a lot. But I feel like in the future, if not your now, depending on where you are, like I said, on this timeline, you've got power up ahead. I love this. Yeah. Wow. Lady of the Harvest. I wanted to say culling away all that no longer serves, I feel like is what you did. And now with Lady of the Harvest, you're going to be able to reap the rewards of all that you've planted. It's like everything's ripe and ready to be picked or plucked from the vine. So this is your time, I want to say, where your harvest comes in. Really gorgeous energy. And it has everything to do with your path and the one that you're bounding down. There's a lot of blessings up ahead, I want to say. Energetically, I want to say Spirit is putting them there on your path to be had. I'm also hearing something about vanilla. I don't know why. And I'm looking at this right here, and I hear vanilla. So I don't know what that's for or who that's for, but that's for somebody specific. It's not for me, so I don't, you know, I don't understand it, but for whoever that's for. I don't know if it's the smell of vanilla. For some, I've seen a perfume. You know, you could have a past crossed over loved one who lets you know they're around by you smelling their perfume or smelling something like, I don't know if somebody used to bake and you smell vanilla. Yeah, I'm just getting something along those lines. I don't know if you have someone crossed over who's rooting for you or helping to propel you forward into your future. They're kind of, I wanted to say, dotting your path with blessings up ahead, right? So yeah, I hear gifts to unwrap. So I want to say you may have crossed over loved ones or ancestors on deck who are dotting your beautiful path with gifts and blessings. And I feel like you're nearly upon, I wanted to say the first one or a big one because I wanted to point at this one. It looks a little bigger, right? All right, let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah, coming out on the other side, more illuminated, stronger, more powerful than you were. All of the situations in our life, ups, downs, in-betweens, they create who we are. They light us up even brighter. They kind of give us the opportunity to, I want to say, shine brighter, become more of who we actually are. And I feel like You're no different, and you've done that along this journey. You're really shining. I feel like you've been through it, but you come out on the other end sitting on so much wisdom. I hear so much grace, so much wisdom. Fantastic. I love it. Yeah. You know, you may decide to take something. I wanted to say, as a side note, you may decide to take something off the back burner, something that you haven't maybe looked at in a while. Maybe you didn't have time for it. Maybe you didn't have a mind to even focus on it. Um, I just saw somebody baking. It's like, I don't know if it's something you really enjoy, and maybe you were in a bad situation where you didn't have time to actually even focus on the things that you liked. Maybe you didn't even know what you liked at that point. I know sometimes when we go through really rough situations, we lose ourselves in those situations, and from there we build back from the ground up, right? We have to start all over and find out who we are, what we like, what we want, right? I do kind of get that energy here as well for some of you. You've rebuilt yourself. This is the brand new, I hear point oh, so it's like new version of you. And I feel like you're more powerful than you've ever been or you're about to be. I really love it. So take those things off the back burner that made you happy, that maybe you didn't have time for. Create space for those. I feel like it's only going to add more beauty along your path. I saw somebody sitting down with a guitar, somebody picking up a paintbrush, seen that yesterday too. See somebody, oh, I see a sewing machine and somebody creating something. It looked like a piece of clothing, right? So it's getting creative. It's bringing back joy. So whatever that thing is, I'm seeing would look to be like paper airplanes. So I don't know if that's somebody's hobby or they enjoyed doing that as a kid. I know my brother used to do that. He always used to make these really intricate folded paper airplanes, and they used to fly really, really well. But I'm seeing somebody do that. And now I'm seeing kids in the background. So it's like you're sharing it with different people. So no matter what your little thing is that you take off the back burner, this could be something fun, right? I feel like for the majority of you, it is. It's something that kind of makes you happy, or childlike, or um, it just brings back fun and laughter, right? A lightness. So I do kind of see that for everyone. That's what may be coming in. You could kind of add more joy to your life, Spirit saying, pick those things back up. They're gifts meant to be shared with others. So you'll first get to experience how well that makes you feel or how good it makes you feel to indulge in whatever that thing is, and then to share it out with people around you or people online or wherever, right? I feel like you're just finding ways to add in more beauty to your life. It's like, I forgot how much I like that is what I hear, or I forgot how much that made me happy. I love this. We have the bright mother. So the Empress with magic. Anything you decide to put your effort and energy into is going to grow and bloom. And I feel like what you're really focused on right now, which I absolutely love for you, is you're pouring into yourself. And if that focused energy and attention is going into you, there is no way that you can't bloom. And I feel like there's even more for you to have in this life. And I feel like you'll be experiencing that moving forward. I heard something about a cup of tea. So a couple random things, and oh, maybe it's vanilla in tea. I don't know. But I kind of got it again, and it's got a very soft feminine energy going on. So I don't know if it's like florals or floral tea. That just came through. So I don't know if that's something that you shared with or it's a healing thing. I hear something about connecting with goddess energy. So could be for some, especially right now. Okay, so maybe you don't have a Valentine. Now we're getting close to Valentine's Day. So if you are it's like you don't have someone to pour your extra love into, so you're pouring it into yourself. Maybe you're connecting with that sensual feminine energy. Even if you're masculine, you want to connect to that energy. It feels good to connect to that type of energy, right? Feel free to indulge or indulge in taking care of yourself. Um, I just want to say it's the act of nurturing. It doesn't have to be specifically for feminine energies, right? It's nurturing and caring for the self and indulging a bit in the extras or the finer things, right? I feel like you could be gifting yourself with that type of energy right now. I feel like it would be really beneficial if you don't have someone else to pour it into, that you pour that into yourself, right? Yeah, I hear a relaxing evening. It's like there's nothing to be sad over, right? I love it. Let's see. Yeah, singer of healing. It could be very healing for you as well. Yep, it's just new beginning after new beginning after new beginning. We've got the maiden here. There's an innocence, a lightness, a childlike energy, a happiness, ready for exploration. It's like you approach every new opportunity with wonder and wide eyes because everything is new. It's like it's that brand new beginning in your life. I love it. This new chapter for you is going to be absolutely fantastic. I want to say buckle up because you're going to be flying forward very, very soon if you're not already. Yeah, with a big, beautiful heart, lots of new experiences. We see these young girls or young maidens in the back, and they're smiling and laughing as someone explores the depths of themselves. So, um, it's really beautiful energy. I love it. It's about to get really busy for you too. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I want to jump into? I need a sip. My throat is so sore. I know it's pretty fast, but I think I'm just going to hop into the letters. I want to get something out for you all today, but I'm really not feeling my best, but I didn't want to miss a day, so I'm giving you the best of me. Okay, let's see. Your initials, their initials, and any other messages that may come through. I heard something about dad. I just heard call your father. So it's like, I don't know if somebody hasn't spoken to their dad in a while. You might want to give him a call if that's the case. If you're like me and you have your dad who has crossed over, your dad could be close by at this time, could be spending a lot of time around you energetically. You may get kind of signs and different things to let you know that they're there, right? I feel like they're just trying to help you move forward. Let's see, anything else? I hear something about dad knows best. So there are a lot of dad energy coming through here. I heard resentment. So for some, this could be, I heard where's the H? But I heard for healing, and I said it's not there, but it should be, is what I hear. So, I do feel like there needs to be some healing energy, for some, between you and your father or father figure. I hear there's a lot of misunderstood energy and a lot of clashing. I hear horns locking. So, yeah, it almost sounds like a vicious battle. And I don't know if maybe you and a dad or father figure would always lock horns about maybe the way things should be done, or it's like I hear tried and true versus new. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there could be an opportunity to reach out and maybe create some healing there for some. I hear just a tiny spark of hope. Okay, so I feel like this is something different. I hear we're due for it. A tiny spark of hope. I see the name Tom as well. Could be for someone. I want to say Vic as well. So Victor or Vicky. It's like waiting for a tiny spark of hope. And I want to say it could have something to do with healing as well. I hear the H should be out there again. So it's like, and it was in reference to healing. So there could be some healing energy coming through, or you're waiting for a spark of hope, right? And I just heard something like rent's due, rent's due. So, and I hear someone asking when they're going to get ahead. It's like, when am I ever going to get ahead? It's like I make it, but it all goes out is what I hear. There may be an opportunity to get ahead. I heard something about correction. So I don't know if you're correcting. I heard something about taxes. I don't know if you have to make a correction. It's like something was filed wrong. Maybe you'll get money back. I almost kind of feel like, yeah, it's like a correction there, or you'll be getting money. You might get a lump sum of money as well. So that could be for some as well. That might be a nice little cushion that gets put away, right? I heard for a rainy day, or, you know, when you need it. All right, let's see. What do we have for the collective? What do we have? Oh, wow. It was stuck to me. I'm going to get some more, but okay. Wow, it seems like a lot. Okay. We've got peace coming in. It's a vibration of peace coming in as well. We've got magic. Yeah, it's that new vibration. Okay, collective, we have a new vibration coming in. I want to say, I hear conducive to growth. And letting go of past toxicities. It could have been a relationship that you went through that, oh, there's that father figure. Okay, sorry, got sidetracked. Forgive me, my brain's a little fuzzy today, but we're going to give it a go. Yeah, we've got new energy coming in. It could be ushering in a form of peace or a vibration of peace, one that comes with allowing you to drop toxic energies from the past. I feel like maybe you were loyal to a person who maybe didn't treat you all that well. You were loyal to this person. It's like you were always good to this person, even when they weren't good to you. And I feel like that says everything about you. And you know, the way that this person treated you, I feel like people realize that. It's very obvious, right? I feel like it's going to become very obvious to you. And I feel like as soon as you kind of get it, it's going to snap in place and this toxicity is going to fall away because um, you're going to see that you deserve so much more. It's like, wow, this whole time I was giving all of the best parts of myself to someone who just, you know, was pouring into hands who couldn't hold me, or hands that weren't ready for me, right? Um, and I feel like then you become loyal to yourself. And when you hold that energy back, and you don't indulge in handing over all of that energy until you're depleted, there's something for you, right? There might be a new situation coming in for you as well. It's like you finally let go of the remnants of that, or waiting for that person to get their stuff together to step forward, right? I just feel like this was a really toxic situation that there could have been a lot of on and off again energy in this situation. And I don't feel like this person really treated you all that well. They could have really berated you or made you feel small a lot of the times when you were giving the best parts of yourself, right? So you may have something new coming in to kind of take that place. I do feel like you have a masculine ancestor, could be a father figure on the other side who is trying to usher in good things for you, right? Peace. Showing you that what you are giving to doesn't have the right type of energy for you. It's like this person would want you to have that reciprocity. You should be getting in return what you're giving, or at least something comparable, right? Um, as far as energy wise, right? You guys can give in different ways as long as two people are giving, right? I just feel like this was maybe a situation you were giving to that wasn't giving you anything in return. Well, it might have been giving you something, but it wasn't anything good. It was probably giving you stress and anxiety, um, tears, you know, that type of energy. I feel like that person, you might be that person's catalyst to their learning lessons as well. You might even kind of ghost that person or move off in another direction. I feel like, yeah, you might, I hear exit quietly. So it's not really ghosting. I feel like this person knows that, you know, I feel like maybe they were trying to push you out because they wanted something else, and maybe that's why they were mistreating you. See, such a loyal heart sticks around even through the rough times, and I feel like that's who I'm talking about. We do have peace coming in. Okay, peace coming in, and let's see. This may come in with that new opportunity. It's like clamping two things together. Peace and love. It's like magic. It's just going to come in. I feel like this might be all one thing. Yeah, again, it's like I hear being around this person is going to feel like a vacation compared to what you dealt with before. It's like I hear Monster House versus Vacation in Paradise. So I do feel like you've got something really, really good coming in. And I do feel like a masculine ancestor that is crossed over. Could be a father figure. Could be someone in your life, a masculine in your life who crossed over. Could be a grandfather, right? An uncle. But I just feel like they're ushering in something good for you because they've realized that you really, maybe you're asking for it or you're praying for it. And I do feel like it's coming in. All right, collective, that is what I have for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to become part of this Ophiuchus tribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.